is covered. Cut. Okay. Ooh. Okay. All right, everybody. This is the Talk of Poncho's Palace. Nope. All right, everybody. This is Poncho Blazing ATM, aka Reverend Joseph James Holland, at your service. And welcome in because I'm the social media. Hold on one second. Let me try that one more time. Oh, wee. Woo. All right, everybody. This is Poncho Blazing ATM at your service. Let me try that again. Y'all get live bloopers, by the way. All right, everybody. This is Poncho Blazing ATM at your service. And welcome in because I'm the social media and YouTube legend and future first ballot Hall of Famer. I'm saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled, fire baptized, staying saved, living right, doing God's will, and keeping heaven my home. And I want to welcome everybody, and somebody say everybody, to the Talking Poncho's Palace podcast, episode 192. This is the 192nd episode of the Talking Poncho's Palace podcast. And whether you're tuning in through the live stream or the previous recording, I thank God for everybody tuning in at this time. And the reason it is snowing outside. So in eastern Kentucky and southeast Kentucky, it is officially snowing outside. It is the winter storm part 4. And we thought we was done with weather. We thought we was done with winter time. We thought we was done with the snow. But the snow said, According to the snow said, I'm coming down and I'm going down. So it is part 4 of the winter storm. And as you're looking at a live shot, we are going to keep it mostly on the road. And the reason why is because I want you to see live coverage of it snowing right now. And we want to capture moments. We want to capture memories on film and on camera. But like the late great Brandon Robinson says, if you don't have to go outside, please don't go outside. And according to law enforcement, government officials, in situations like this, when it comes down to it, they want essential workers only on the road. That means just law enforcement, firefighters, EMTs, paramedics, and hospital and medical workers. Everybody else is not really an essential worker. And we know that sometimes that circumstances are beyond our control. And in this case, circumstances are beyond our control when it comes to the winter storm and winter weather. So I please encourage you, if you don't have to go outside, please do not go outside during this weather. This weather is dangerous, it is tough, and it will eat you alive if you're not used to it. So if you're not used to it, I suggest that you remain off the roads at all times. During this, there'll be plenty of times you can capture moments and memories on camera and on film. But this is not one of the times to do it. Especially with the combination of snow and ice and hail. With those 3 combinations, it is very dangerous and rough. And we only have one life to live. We can replace things in life, but we cannot replace our lives in general. Unless we're like a cat and we have 9 lives, it ain't worth it. And also, Before we continue on with tonight's episode, I want to say this. For the 189th episode of the Talk of Poncho Palace podcast, we had some recording issues that took place. For some reason, it did not save the whole video. So I am going to have to, later on this week, go back and just give you a recap on the Talk of Poncho Palace podcast to let you know on what's happened with the 189th episode. And we're going to give you a recap on that. But in the meantime, I encourage you, if you don't have to go outside, please don't go outside in these wintry conditions. I understand that we want to capture moments in film and on for our children, for our families. I understand that we want to play in the snow. I understand that we want to be outside in the snow. But if you don't have to be outside in the snow, please don't be outside in the snow. I'm encouraging y'all. It is not worth losing your life. It's not worth risking your life if you don't have to. On the flip side, let me go ahead and shout out to YouTube Live Nation real quickly. Before we turn it back over to the roads, the YouTube Live Nation, I see it's your boy. I see M. Johnson. I see Ezekiel T. And I see Eddie Conley. To all of you all, I appreciate you all tuning into the YouTube Live Nation chat. Let me know how old you are and where you're from. That way we can shout you out properly. If this is your first time ever tuning into any of my live broadcasts, please let me know. That way we can shout you out properly. And I know it is cold, Eddie. It is cold. And you're getting 2 to 3 feet. My oh my. You all be safe and careful. But we are going to focus back on the roads and everything because it is dangerous out here. Now, according to my thermostat, it is 21 degrees. So it is a 21 degrees out here in Harlan, Kentucky. So that's where I'm currently at in Harlan, Kentucky, on the way back to Tri-City, Kentucky. And Eddie C., you live in New York? Okay, all right. I know New York gets a lot of snow. My oh my. And you all get feet of snow in New York. So I feel for you right there, man. Honestly, I do feel for you. But I'll tell you this. I've got the heat on. It is freezing cold. I normally don't have the heat on, the air on during the broadcast. But in this case, we having the heat and the air, and we having the heat on, rather. Not the air, but we're having the heat on. So if the heat noise is bothering you all, I do apologize in advance. But the heat has to stay on tonight for me. It is freezing cold outside. And we are getting ready to move on in the episode of the Talk of Poncho Palace podcast. Before that, I just want to say for the 189th episode, at some point in time this week, I will give a recap on what's happened, and we may have to reshoot that if possible. But let me just announce real quickly that Facebook Live with Poncho Blaze and ATM episode 17 will officially be this Thursday coming up. So this Thursday, Facebook Live with Poncho Blaze and ATM episode 13 will be taking place. And it looks like I could switch this back to regular drive, so I'm going to do that. And we're still going to be safe about it, insecure. And along with that, the Talk at Poncho's Palace podcast episodes 193 and 194 will officially be out this Saturday. So this Saturday, episodes 193 and 194 of the Talk of Poncho's Palace podcast will be this Saturday. Now, you all want to come into those episodes on Facebook Thursday and on the Talk of Poncho's Palace on YouTube this Saturday. The reason why is because we're doing Blackatology. And what Blackatology means is that we're going to be doing nothing but rapping, hip-hopping, R&B, maybe some gospel music about the past, present, and future of Black History Month. So we are still celebrating Black History Month. Happy Black History Month to everybody all around the world. Not only that, but it's Black History Pioneer Month. So throughout the month of the NBA is celebrating Black pioneers in NBA history. But with that, we are going to take our first commercial break real quickly. We're going to come right back, but we're going to keep live coverage of the Winter Storm Part 4 taking place. Stay tuned. We're coming right back. Ooh-wee. These nacho fries are good. I am hungry. Alright, just about ready to come back on the air. Hang on a second, y'all. Lee. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Talking Poncho's Palace podcast. This is episode 191. So we're no. This is episode 192. We're on the 192nd episode of the Talking Poncho's Palace podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, if I said episode 191 earlier, I apologize. I meant to say we're on episode 192. So we're on the 192nd episode of the Talking Poncho's Palace podcast. I tell you, this weather has me all tripped up and everything. So we're getting ready to start the Talking Poncho's Palace podcast. And you know what this means? When we're on late at night, it means it's the late night chat. The late night version of the Talking Poncho's Palace the Talk in Poncho's Palace podcast. But before that, let me look at something real quick. Oh, I actually had it right there. I'm sorry. There we go. Perfect shot. That's my Harlan County High School right there. That's where I went to high school at in Harlan County High School. Now, before that, I went to Cumberland Elementary and Cumberland Middle and Cumberland High School. And then after that, we all transferred, and I transferred to Harlan County High School. So Harlan County High School has definitely been a blessing for me. And the reason why is, that's where I got my rap career started. That's where I got my music career started, is at the Harlan County High School. It's one of the best high schools ever in the whole world. And I recommend for you all to visit Harlan County High School. If you all have not been in Harlan County, Kentucky, I recommend that you all visit Harlan County, Kentucky someday. We are very relaxed and peaceful, and the mountains are great. I love it. I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm hungry. I'm literally hungry. Well, y'all gonna see me eat during this episode. Now the roads ain't covered as bad as I'm going to Ross Point and Baxter, Kentucky. So once the roads start to get real bad, I'm gonna put it back on the live coverage there. But it is the late night version of the Talking Poncho's Palace podcast. And anytime that it is dark outside, with all my childrens that are 17 and under, all the little childrens that are 17 and under, make sure y'all get your parents' permission. The reason why is because we want to protect you, protect me, protect your family, and protect everybody. Now, if you're 17 and under and you choose not to get your parents' permission and you choose to watch and listen anyway, you might watch and listen to something that might be sensitive to your ears and eyes. Not only that, but also to everybody else that is sensitive, everybody else that does not agree with unadulterated, uncensored, unfiltered conversations. This may not be the episode for you. But we are going to talk about our first topic, and that is Black beauty. So since we are on a Black History Month, and since it is Black History Month, we are continuing with subjects on Black History Month. But what is Black beauty? Black beauty means Black people are beautiful. There's a whole lot of different types of Black people. There's Black people from the United States of America, North America. There's Black people from international countries. We have dark-skinned Black people, light-skinned Black people. And no matter what the case, Black beauty is incredible. Now you have white beauty that draws everybody's attention. Excuse me. Black is beautiful. And you know with me, my black skin is definitely beautiful. So it definitely is beautiful, my black skin is. And I love my black skin. We're going to talk about black skin here in just a minute. But for Black beauty, I know I'm black and beautiful. I know I'm hot, sexy, handsome, and good looking. But I have a great personality and attitude. I'm humble, I'm faithful, I'm loyal, passionate, and dedicated. I enjoy being a nice guy, but I can be a bad guy. I enjoy being a good guy, but I definitely can be a bad guy. I love being a fan favorite, but I love more being a villain and a heel. Overall, just being black and beautiful definitely matters. And to our black people, our black ancestors from the past, we appreciate you very much, paving the way for us black people in the present and future. When you realize that you're no longer here, but that brings me to my next topic, in black skin. Black skin is the same thing as black beauty. Our black skin is incredible. I'll say this. I believe that black people do have the best skin as far as like color and the beauty of it, the combination of it all. White, but it's just something about black skin that draws your eye closer. And especially when it comes to that love. The black love is power, and the black love is incredible. It makes you want to stay right there with blackness, with black people. And I enjoy being black, honestly. And I want to be white. I want to be like my brother, Hunter. And I'm so glad that God kept me black, because I'm proud to be a black man. I'm proud to be a black person. And I'm happy to be a black man that's a Christian. I'm not a black man that's a Christian. I'm a Christian that's a black man. And because I'm a Christian, I'm a black man. that loves my black skin and black beauty. And I appreciate God for keeping me black, for keeping my skin black. And I appreciate God for allowing me to stay black. I'm black and I'm proud. I'm definitely black and I'm proud every single day. I can't speak on behalf of white people on their skin color and their beauty. I can't speak on behalf of internationals for their skin color and their beauty. Because I'm black, my skin is black and my beauty is black, I can speak on behalf of black people. And black people, for all of us, we are beautiful. The whole world is appreciative of our black skin and black beauty. And yes, sometimes we do things to jeopardize our beauty and our skin with our personality and attitudes. Sometimes we do things to cause our beauty to be ugly. But overall, we are black, we are beautiful. Well, we are going to go to another commercial break real quick. And when we come right back, we are going to talk about our final 2 topics of the night. But stay tuned. We'll come back on the air in just a little bit. More nacho fries. Oh yeah. These nacho fries are really good at Taco Bell. I recommend you to try them though. I wish I could put my camera in slow motion, that way I can eat them sexy and hot. Okay, come back out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live for the Talk of Poncho's Palace podcast, episode 192. This is the 192nd episode of the Talk of Poncho's Palace podcast. I appreciate everybody coming in to the YouTube Live Nation chat. You all are a great audience, and I definitely appreciate you all very, very much. Thank you for representing all around the whole world. No matter where you're at around the world, I appreciate all of you all. An exclusive shout out to It's Your Boy, to Ezekiel T, and to Eddie C. I appreciate you all tuning in to the YouTube Live Nation chat, and to everybody else that's joining the live recording, the live stream, and or the previous recording. I appreciate you all tuning in and coming in. Ooh, a car just got covered in snow. But this is the reason why that we are on just a little bit longer tonight. It has to do with the fact that it is the winter storm part 4. So you thought that the winter storm was over. We all thought the winter storm was over. Like the late great Brendan Robinson says, if you don't have to go outside, please don't go outside. I mean, literally. We all want to capture moments and memories on camera. We all want to be outside in the snow. We all want to enjoy it with our families. But it's not worth it in this type of dangerous weather. Yes. We can replace things. Well, hold on. Bless me. We can't replace our lives. So I encourage you all to stay inside. If you don't have to go outside, if you're not an essential worker, please don't go outside. If you are not needed, or if you don't have to work at all, please don't go outside. Like for me, until I build everything back up, until we get back on track, until I get back on track, I have to work. So I have to be outside. But I know the Lord's going to protect me. But I'm going to be smart about it too at the same time. We're going to make sure in this type of weather that we leave early to get to where we need to get. We're going to make sure that we're on time. We're going to make sure that we're safe about it too. So please don't go outside if you don't have to go outside. And as soon as if this road is covered anymore, we will put it back on this for the live coverage. And I also want to say this real quickly. The 189th episode of the Talk of Poncho Palace podcast, for some reason, it did not record all the episode and keep the live stream. So at some point in time throughout the week, we may have to do a recap and a rerun of the live stream recording. And we may have to do it all over again. But that's okay. We're going to get it one way or another. And I will tell you this. For the third episode of... No, I'm sorry, not the third episode. I'm sorry. For our third topic of the night, we're talking about black killings. Now, why are we mentioning black killings on this episode? It's because it's part of Black History Month, and black killings are a part of history. Over the years, they're sad killings. Over the years, a lot of black people have died on account of racism and prejudice from others. Over the years, a lot of black people have lost their life due to racism and prejudice. People like the late great Emmett Till. The late great Emmett Till was just 14 years old. Now, I'll give you props. At the time, in 1955, blacks were not allowed to talk to white people. And with black men, black boys, we was not allowed to talk to white women and white girls. It was the Jim Crow era, so it was coloreds only and whites only. On this stage, Emmett Till and his friends went to visit a store. Well, the three black boys, they held their heads down. They did what they were supposed to do to the white woman and white girl. To be honest, I probably would have done the same thing and talked to the white woman and white girl. But now his second mistake and biggest mistake was him whistling to the white woman and white girl. That definitely set her off in a huge way. Now, we don't know if he officially whistled, but we'll tell you this. He got in a lot of trouble for it because the white woman, white girl's friends ended up coming to find him. And they put a beat down on him along with two black boys, two black men. And the beating they put on him was brutal and vicious to the point where he was unrecognizable. Shot him, killed him, stomped on him, and everything. And the funeral, oh my gosh, the mother screamed out like crazy. And she put the word out in newspapers, magazines about the killing. They was tried, the people that killed him. They all got away with it. The two black boys that was involved in it, they got paid off. But the two white men that was involved in it, they got off free. And then a year later, they confessed to one of the news magazines and news outlets. But there was nothing anybody could do about it. The late great Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King got shot and killed at his hotel. all because he was standing up for civil rights and standing up for sanitary workers. Yeah, I was sad at his funeral in Atlanta, Georgia. And the church with 4 kids that got killed in South Carolina, I believe. That was very sad. And just over the years, black people done got killed in slavery and in the Jim Crow era. The millions, the thousands, the dozens. It was so sad and terrible. And with the late great George Floyd, with the cop's knee on his neck. Wait a second. Put it back on snow. With the cop's knee on his neck for 8 minutes and 20 seconds. My, oh my. That was so sad right there. The late great Breonna Taylor. The Georgia young man that got killed just by running with track. The late great young man that got killed at Atlanta, Georgia's Wendy's. Just overall, it's been so sad. Hold on just a second, y'all. This is live coverage of the snow once again. We're going to keep it on here for just a minute or two. It is dangerous outside. So if you don't have to go outside, please don't go outside. But we're coming right back with our another commercial break. And stay tuned. This is the Talk of Poncho Palace podcast, episode 192. I had to turn back over to the snow. That's how bad it was. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back from commercial break. This is the Talk of Poncho Palace podcast, episode 192. With the 192nd episode, right now live. This is live coverage of the snow taking place in eastern Kentucky and southeast Kentucky. And right now we are in Hiram, Kentucky. We're getting ready to hit Cumberland, Kentucky in just a few minutes. But look at the impact right now. During the commercial break, you've seen the snow truck come out. So the snow truck has done an excellent job making sure that the roads is clear. We know how that is. It can be covered really quick. So we are going to keep it live on this coverage with the live snow. Well, actually, it is clear right now on my end. So we're going to switch back over. Switch back over to that. And switch back over to here. Okay, so as soon as we get the latest coverage on that snow, we're going to put it right back on there. But our final topic for tonight, before that, we're going to talk about an NBA pioneer real quickly. One of the pioneers in the NBA has to be Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain done wonders as a big man in the NBA. Not only wonders as a big man in the NBA, but wonders in the NBA overall. One of the first true centers to be in the NBA. Hold on just a second, y'all. Hold on just a second. All right, we're getting back here with the snow as of right now. And look at the coverage with the snow. That quick from Hiram, Kentucky. Now we're getting ready to enter Cumberland, Kentucky, and it has covered just like that a little bit more. I'm telling you, please be safe out here and please be careful out here. You have to drive slow and you have to drive like your life depends on it. So please be careful of the snow right now. Just that quick, from Hiram, Kentucky to Kermit, Kentucky, it has covered a little bit more. I can only imagine what it's going to be like in Kermit, Benham, and Lynch. So we're going to keep it live here. But Wilt Chamberlain done great things in the NBA during his time. Really one of the first big men in the NBA to pave the way for big men. I appreciate Wilt Chamberlain very much for what all he did in the NBA, breaking records and doing it. So Wilt Chamberlain, wherever you're at, listening and watching around the world, we thank you and appreciate you very, very much. But it brings me to my final topic for tonight. We are talking about black sex. So with black sex, it's exclusive for black people having sex. It's a black man and a black woman having sex. Now, we've talked about interracial sex. We've talked about all kinds of sex, but we've yet to talk about black sex. Black sex is black love, black power. And when black people have sex, that feeling, that magic is there. A black man and a black woman having sex together. Oh, the squirrel in the road. Get out of the road, squirrel. But for a black man and a black woman to have sex, that feeling is great and tremendous. I mean, ooh-wee. To look into a black woman's eyes and know she wants it from a black man, yes, that is great. And for a black woman to look into a black man's eyes to see that she wants it is great. For a black man to look into a black woman's eyes, oh my, the mutual feeling is there. I appreciate black love. For those that keep it exclusive with black people, I appreciate that very much. It is your preference and it is your choice. There are still some black people that will say that they want to be with a black person. There's some black men that prefer to still be with black women. There's some black women that still prefer to be with black men. That's just how it is. And nothing wrong with that at all. Now, I'll say this. As long as your man and woman treat you right, as long as your man and woman gives you great love in the bedroom, hey, keep them. Because they are loved and appreciated. I've seen some of the best black couples of all time. And it is tremendous to see black people go with black people, to see black men go with black women, and black women go with black men. I know that today's age, we mix it up. But to still keep it exclusive with black sex is wonderful. And now I'm sure there's some white people that prefer to keep it with white people. There's some white men that prefer to keep it with white women, and white women to prefer to keep it with white men. But to see black sex still going on is great. Oh my goodness. Prince Yabashabi and Victoria Cakes, ooh-wee, they made magic together. Prince Yabashabi and Naomi Banks making love together, ooh-wee. That scene was great. Just a thrill overall, though, of seeing that is great. And Prince Yabashabi and Diamond, Skin Diamond, oh, we know how that scene went. Oh my goodness, that's all I can say on that. But look at the coverage of the snow. Now we are in Kermit, Kentucky. This is a live shot of Kermit, Kentucky. And that snow is just about now covered the roads in Kermit, Kentucky. So Kermit, Kentucky is now filled with snow. And I will say, please be careful. Please be safe wherever you're at around the world. I mean, for real. This is no joke at all. We've said this for years upon years. In dangerous weather like this, if you don't have to go outside, please don't go outside. It is not worth it. I know for me, I have to work until I have more opportunities. I have to continue to work. I may not like going to work every day, but I thank God that I'm working. I thank God that I do have an in-person job. I thank God that I have a job, period. Don't get me wrong, the Talk of Poncho Pals podcast, this covers a lot, along with Facebook Live. So I'm truly blessed on that. But being able to still work is a blessing in itself right there. We are going very slow. So this is the reason why that we're longer in the Talk of Poncho Pals podcast. With one of our final commercial breaks, we're going to take real quickly, and look at that right there. We're going to come right back here in just about 30 to 45 seconds. Easy. All right. Good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live in the Talk of Poncho Pals podcast. This is episode 192. We're at the 192nd episode of the Talk of Poncho Pals podcast, and the snow is on the roads. So it's even come to a point where Harlan County High School, well, put it this way, all the Harlan County schools are officially closed today. So today, all the Harlan County schools are officially closed, and Harlan Independent is closed. So you know it has to be bad for Harlan Independent to close, because Harlan Independent don't close for nobody. So it looks like it's clear as of right now. So we are going to keep it here live, but on the sidewalks is still covered. So we'll keep it on that for right now. And with black sex, I mean, it is tremendous for a black person to have sex with a black person. Like I said, I love personally mixing it up. I love to mix it up. But for a black man and black woman to have sex, oh my gosh, that is something worth watching and something worth seeing right there. And something worth enjoying right there. And I'll say this. Like I said, if you're a black man and love black women and prefer to keep with black women, hey, that's you. If you're a black woman and prefer to keep it with black men, that is you also. Okay, so we're going to stay on this live coverage because it is snowing and the roads is definitely covered. So we're definitely going to keep eyes on this and take our times as of right now. But I love seeing black sex. I love seeing international sex. I love seeing all sex, men and women, that is. A man and a woman having sex, and a woman and a man having sex. Let me put it out there. I want to put that out there. So that way you can't twist my words around and said, oh, he loves women and women having sex. He loves men and men having sex. No. I love a man and a woman to have sex, and a woman and a man having sex. There you go. That way you can't twist my words around. But look at this coverage of the snow. It is covered in Benham, Kentucky. So we're currently in Benham, Kentucky as of right now, and it is covered with snow. But we are just about to wrap things up. We're going to take our final commercial break real quickly. When we come right back, we're going to close it out and get home safely. We're coming back in about 30 seconds. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially back live for the Talking Poncho Palace podcast. This is episode 192. We're on the 192nd episode of the Talking Poncho Palace podcast, and I want to thank each and every single one of y'all that's rocked with me for 192 years, 192 episodes. It'd be great if I lived 192 years, but for the 192 episodes, the first time. Oh, look at that purple light. That purple light is great. Don't you love that purple light? It is great on the road. From the 192nd episode, I appreciate you all being with me very much. From the time that we rocked out the first episode on July 30th of 2020 during the pandemic until now, I appreciate every single one of you all so much. You all are loved, adored, and appreciated. And I thank you very much for rocking with me. Just remember that be sure to follow me on Facebook in my regular page in Joseph James Holland. Be sure to subscribe to my Facebook fan page in Poncho Blazing ATM, where you can only subscribe to me for just 99 cents. Along with that, be sure to subscribe, like, share, and follow my YouTube page in Poncho HollandVEVO in order to receive live notifications and join the YouTube Live Nation chat. Along with that, be sure to follow, like, share, and subscribe to my mother, Prophetess Princess Holland, at Prophetess Princess HollandVEVO on YouTube and Facebook. And by the way, she will be ministering as a special guest minister at Full Gospel House of Salvation on March 8th. So on March 8th, 2026, she will be the special guest minister at Full Gospel House of Salvation, and that is in Appalachia, Virginia, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with the message being recorded on Facebook and YouTube both. Be sure to like, share, and follow and subscribe to One Way Ministries and GFR Incorporated, Global Force Records Incorporated's YouTube and Facebook pages. Along with that, be sure to like, share, follow, and subscribe to my OnlyFans, Zang, Google, and TikTok. Now we are getting ready to enter from Benham, Kentucky to Lynch, Kentucky. And the roads is starting to get dangerous. Now, when you're on a higher elevation, you can expect higher temperatures and you can expect a higher elevation. It is no different here in Lynch, Kentucky. Now, in Lynch, Kentucky, I'll say this. We live next to a mountain. So we get the highest of the high and we get the worst of it. And we live right next to Black Mountain. So Black Mountain is right at the foot of Virginia. So it's Lynch, Kentucky, then Black Mountain, then Appalachia, Virginia, then Big Stone Gap, Virginia, along with Northern Virginia and West Virginia. But Lynch, Kentucky is covered. I'm glad Johan at home. Johan. And I tell you, like the late great Brenda Robinson says, if you don't have to go outside, please don't go outside. It is not worth it. We can replace things, but we can't replace our lives. Unless we're like a cat and have 9 lives, it ain't worth it. I'm glad my beautiful baby girl, Brandy's at home. All right, so it is more impactful here in Lynch. So please be very careful if you're driving in Lynch, Kentucky, or if you're driving in Benham and Cumberland, Kentucky. Now, if you're just driving at all in the snow, please be careful. Like I said, if you have to work, I understand. I'm with you. Like I said, until I get to a point where I'm back on track overall on everything, I have to work. I have to remain working. But if you don't have to be outside during this dangerous weather, please don't go outside. I mean, it's great to capture moments and memories on film, but it is not worth it. Honestly, it ain't. Trust me, guys and women all around the world, it's not worth it. And I know somebody behind me, but I don't know who it is. Oh, I hope they're safe too. I'll tell you. in weather like this, it makes you appreciate spring and summertime. And it does, honestly. I would rather have spring and summer all year long than to be with winter and fall. Now, I will tell you, with winter and fall, it does keep the insects away. It does keep the bees, the flies, the gnats, all that away. So that's one thing I love about winter and fall time. Especially winter time. Winter time, you don't see no flies, no bees, no insects, or nothing like that at all. So I'm definitely grateful for that. Now, over the years, I've loved driving in the snow. I think it's great driving in the snow if you're safe and cautious about it. Now, if you don't know what you're doing, I don't encourage you to do it. And don't do it just for fun. Don't do it just because I said it. But I love driving in the snow. It teaches me how to be safe, how to be secure, and how to drive safe. And a lot of people, when they see dangerous weather, they continue to drive that much faster. And just driving when it's clear is dangerous. You never know what life is going to bring you. You never know who's going to be on the road. You got to watch out for you, and you got to watch out for others. But overall, I just appreciate life in itself, and I thank God for life all day, every single day. But just remember, Facebook Live episode with Poncho and ATM, episode 17, will be this Thursday. Along with that, this Saturday, the Talk of Poncho's Palace podcast episodes 193 and 194 will be on YouTube on Poncho HollandVEVO. And be sure to tune in for both, because it will be Blackatology. So we're going to be rapping, hip-hopping, singing R&B, and possibly gospel music during that day. So let us get ready to get back home. And it is covered at my driveway. Well, my driveway is covered. Ooh wee! Have mercy. Have mercy, Jesus. Ooh wee! Please be safe in this weather. I encourage you to be safe in this weather. If you don't have to go outside, please don't go outside. But be safe, regardless, overall. Bundle up and cover up, because it is cold out here. But keep blazing. Always have God in your life, no matter what. I'll see most of you all Thursday. And for the rest of you all, I'll see you all this Saturday. And I'm signing out as of right now.